I can hear you. We are live, nigga. Yo, look, man. All right, I just spent like 2 hours knocking niggas in the motherfucking heads and shit. Man, Johnny boy, what up, man? Welcome, my brother. Welcome, right?
You talking fucking alley biscuits again?
You know how the fuck this works. You know what I'm saying? I was arguing that our current state that we have in America is fascist, right?
I mean, yeah, the merger of state and corporate power, that is kind of textbook definition fascism.
That's kind of where my mentality was as like a whole. Like I was standing here and I was arguing. I was like, because we started off with like the argument about abortion, and right there was this nigga in there who said that like, you know, I mean, he would not die for his children, right? And like, you know, that sent me off.
Wait,
you know how that one works for me.
That already threw me off as a man. What the fuck?
Yeah, he said like, you know, he said me and my daughter had a conversation and we both agreed that we don't want me dying for her, right?
Motherfucker.
What? But why though? Did he give an explanation?
Yes, he said because of the fact that he did not agree to have a kid.
Motherfucker, like I am ready to die for my nephews, and I did not agree to be an uncle. Like, what the fuck is this nigga?
I've been ready to die and still for a lot of strangers. The fuck is this?
I feel that's my mentality.
That selfish ass mentality, bro. That I'll be talking about.
I feel you, right?
There are dogs that I would die for, to be honest.
And what it was, I'd die for a fucking tree.
I'd die for my grandparents on some dumb shit. You know what I mean? But like, you know, that's just the type of gorilla I am. Right. And like this dude here, he's like, you know, fucking like, and this is what I'm saying. Like, I earned a whole bunch of new friends. And motherfuckers is like, yo, you was mad respectable, right?
Because was like, that dude still pro-military though? I'm curious. Or pro-police?
We did not get to that point. No, he was not pro-police, right? Fucking like I was arguing that like the system that we have current, like I won him over eventually in my mentality, right?
Okay.
Because the original debate was on abortion, and I was like, they were like, "Oh, are you okay? Or like you're fine with women who get raped not being able to have abortions?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't fucking care," right? Like I'm done arguing that fucking dumb point. You know what I'm saying?
Which almost never happens, but anyways,
yeah, like I'm done arguing stupid fucking point. And what if the mom's what's more important, the mom or the baby? I was like, the baby, dummy. The fuck is wrong with you, right? Like we already know what that mom's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. Like, especially like if that's just like some dumb bro who likes to make fucking, you know what I mean, crap macaroni and cheese. All right, nigga, we are not tolerating this tonight, right? You know what I'm saying?
This man did a German suplex, Brock Lesnar style.
Like, yo, we are not tolerating this tonight, right? And so, like, I was standing here and I was like, yo, look, you know what I'm saying? Real shit. We are not gonna stand here, or like, I was like, yo, look, no, I'm like, yo, the kid's more important than the fucking mom. You know what I'm saying? Because like babies are more important than adults. It was like, why? I was like, because potential. That's why. It's that simple. Potential.
And you know what? This is why I'm going to write the book that I am, Primal Society, to actually break all of this shit down. Everything, like basic biology says.
You and TK Mal talk. I gotta grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're good. Basic biology teaches us what this kind of goes into the point of what is a baby. People try to make this, they want to use fancy terms and then no. A baby is simply this, a fertilized zygote in biology, right? As soon as the baby is fertilized, it is life. Why? Because you passed on DNA. DNA from two sets of parents, right? Because if you didn't, it's like saying, oh, what do you mean if you jack off it? Nothing was fertilized, idiot. This is basic biology. This has nothing, I'm not even bringing in moral implications. This is just biology 101. And people don't want to use basic science. We were talking before the stream, it's like with physics. People will throw around terms or medical science like pandemic. There was no fucking pandemic in 2020. People are using terms they do not understand.
I think you're understating the perniciousness a bit. People are deliberately redefining terms in order to use the old connotations and denotations that came along with those terms.
Of course.
Like you would probably not disagree with the fact that at this point in time, college admissions, for example, is like, if we're going with like 1980s definitions, racist against like Asians, white people, and then to some extent black men, I think.
Which goes into a deeper issue. What was planned back in the 60s? And again, CIA, FBI, and other documentation has been come out and said that since the 60s, the 50s and 60s, all of this shit was set up. People who deny that,
look, we're not doing that tonight, right? Red Raptor, what up? And, yo, Adam, how you doing, nigga? Nice to see you in here tonight, my brother.
All right, let's see. Project MK Ultra. Yeah, I think that's a whole separate topic discussing on what the topic of the video is supposed to be.
God damn it. We're talking about 148th trimester abortions right now. All right. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
so this wants to terminate our reproductive system.
I don't think we should be murdering babies, but I'm perfectly fine if you fucking meet a 28-year-old who's a wall licker. You should probably shoot that motherfucker in the face, right? Like, I'm cool with that mentality, right? Yo, if you meet a 28-year-old who's worthless as fuck living in his parents' basement, like, it might be time for that nigga to go. You know what I mean? But like, I don't think we should be killing babies who haven't had a chance to show us whether or not they're fucking wall licker. You know what I'm saying?
I'm against the idea as well. And, my stances on feminism are very clear. Look, if a broad just wants to go into meaningless casual sex just to knock up and then get an abortion just because she feels like it, feels empowered to do so, only for, as a result, later down the line, her chances of ever having kids again is slim to none. I say let her learn the consequences later in life.
And by the way, you know how much fun it is to call British people Europeans? Like, it is my favorite thing.
Like, they don't admit to being Europeans. Yes, they're not on the continent, but they are Europeans by definition.
I feel you, right? Like, and that's what I argue. I'm like, fucking this liberal. I said, what did I say? I said this liberal world order. It came from those Europeans, especially that island, that big one right off the coast of France, right?
What, Ireland?
No,
the same one that subjugated Ireland.
British Isles, mate.
The same one that subjugated Ireland, Scotland, Wales. Yeah, that one.
I know what you're talking about.
Like, legit, I was smacking this nigga to fuck around. It was great. Like, legitimately fucking because they started talking about like like I said, because I also said that Jews and Arabians are basically the same fucking people with different religions. I don't fucking care. Right. I said they're both sand monkeys. And they're like, how could you possibly say that after somebody motherfucking stood there? Like, they stood there. They were like, you guys are ran by the Jews. And I was like, the Jews are the same people as the Arabs. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
no, seriously, I've actually had to go in depth into that religion as part of me being in the service and being deployed over there. You got to be aware of the culture over to it. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, no, they're literally ethnically
it's the same God. It's the same everything. They're even sure they're ethnically the same. I agree to that at that point as well. But going over there, it's
God.
No, it is the same God.
If you understand the origins of Allah, it's not the same God.
No,
it is the same God.
By their own admission.
The same Allah.
By their own admission.
Allah and Allah is similar to El. El is short for Elohim. It is the same God.
It's the same.
Even by their own admission, it's the same God. Where they differ is who their God has selected to be the chosen people.
Yes. It's like,
and of course, Jews historically are considered the descendants of Isaac. No,
Abraham and Isaac.
Yes.
Abraham and Isaac. No, the Jews, basically, the first quote-unquote Jew is Jacob, is Isaac. And the first Arab was Ishmael. Ishmael was technically the firstborn son born to Hagar, who was essentially a concubine because Sarai thought she was infertile and she could not bear children. So she basically let Abraham bone her slave.
Yes.
Man, look, seriously, like, I feel like you're getting too in depth with this, right? In the end of the day,
basic. Right? That's basic. That's all Genesis, man. All you have to do is
real shit. Like, I feel like we're getting away from the 148th trimester abortion, right? Like, legit.
Well, that's not as interesting because, I mean, how the fuck do you get 148 trimester? It's in the goddamn name. Trimester. There's only 3.
No.
I'm just
how does a
3 month periods.
100. Right? How does a bitch get 148 times without damaging her reproductive system?
I mean, what are you doing at this point? Are you doing unbirthing? I mean, that's a fucking fetish.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. We're taking the nigga, we're gonna shove him back inside. What we're gonna do is we're gonna build a giant paper mache bitch, right? And then we're gonna fucking build a giant pocket pussy full of like fucking chlorine gas, and we're just gonna shove that motherfucker up inside of that bitch, and then we're gonna like shoot sulfuric acid in there and just get rid of them. Right?
I mean, and that'll be this complicated way to murder somebody, though, Tom, because that's what you have to do.
Well, I mean, hey, if we're gonna murder somebody, let's at least get fucking creative about it. I mean, it's too easy. Just
Keep it classy, gentlemen. Remember, we're not supposed to plan felonies on the stream.
right.
Classy
not
felonies.
felonies.
Look. We're not actually discussing actually committing them, especially.
I know, but people
I'm
don't
just saying, like, yo, if you're allowed to be pro killing a baby, I'm allowed to be pro killing a full-grown window licker. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of my mentality. Why am I not allowed to kill somebody or want to or be pro killing Cheeto dust covered motherfucking man titty having motherfuckers, right? Who's sitting around doing nothing but playing motherfucking video games all the goddamn day long. Right?
Listen,
That's my mentality.
Pinoy, it's very simple. The way that golden age of piracy was ended was what? The hangman's noose. Bring back. I am for the death penalty.
That was off the cuff, nigga. Legit. That was just off the cuff. Like I never really thought about it. Like, yo, because this motherfucker said we should like unborn people, and I was like, yo, we're gonna need a big vagina to unborn some people.
Right? If that's what you want, Pinoid, I know there's a couple different exhibits out there that actually have like you entering a giant vagina or something. You laugh. That is legitimate shit somewhere.
People will say this is some Freudian bullshit, by the way. I would be one of them.
I don't think it's Freudian shit, right? Like, yo, because like I'm just standing here.
Vagina? The fuck is that? That is some
no. I'm not going back into fucking their mom. Yo, they're going back into somebody else's vagina that I built, right? You know what I'm saying? With like chlorine gas and sulfuric acid, right? And probably a couple of devil bats.
So basically, we're bringing back what's this? We're bringing back the German camp where everybody goes into the showers. I can't remember the name off of it. I know it's the Ani.
Not Auschwitz. What's the B one?
I don't remember, man. I wasn't even gonna say. I wasn't even gonna say Auschwitz. Like, yo.
Now that was the big one because of how close to the capital it was.
We don't even need the death penalty. Yo, we don't need a death penalty. We just need to take some of these warning labels off these fucking toys and shit. Like, we were doing a whole lot of stuff.
Proven rape, proven pedophilia, and certain other ones. Get them all. You forfeit your right to live. It's pretty simple.
We need to be more selective about who we tell how to take care of their kids, right? Legitimately, right? Like, because some motherfuckers, like, you just need to let them do what they do and let the world just handle what it's supposed to handle in the end of the day.
So we don't have a bunch of older kids.
Wait, TK's been trying to talk like this whole time. What up, TK?
I mean, I feel like a lot of this would be solved by deporting women back to the kitchen and having them raise their own goddamn kids.
I feel like that's happening already, right? That's one of the reasons why like they're having a problem with like this unemployment thing. It's the fact that like women are like, yo, it'd be way easier for me just to stay the fuck home and take care of my kid and not have to go to work every day. And we're like, yo, we've been trying to tell you this the whole time, but you're fucking retarded. And like somebody then sold you a bag of goods on some stupid shit.
A lot of companies just want cheap labor. You know what it is, Pinoy. The same thing with the whole immigrant flood.
And I think the grass was greener on the other side. That meant having all this power and responsibility, quote unquote, was going to be good for him. Turns out men apparently saw what women had and like, yeah, we could get used to this.
My sister actually decided that after she just had another kid that she's not going to go back to work.
Most women do.
Yeah. And she was, for some reason, surprised when anytime any of our family members would give her shit, I would go to bat because, like, no, moms should be with their kids.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I mean, like, and I'm trying to bring back harems, right? Like, I'm trying to form my harem right
please.
Now. I
wish
feel
you
like
would make
this
that
isn't
legal. I would love that.
I feel like this is less of a good idea than you think it is, but I respect your right to try.
I have had harems before. All right, this is not my first time down this rodeo. It's just really difficult to do once you've already, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like
having harems is neat. Having harem maintenance is a bitch.
Harem maintenance is not so hard. The problem is finding that dude who's willing to cut off his testicles and guard your bitches while you're fucking at work. That's the goddamn problem.
Here's the thing about polygamy and harems and such, right? And people bring this up. A lot of guys, oh my God, they only can be done by very affluent men. Seriously, You look historically, that's exactly what polygamy was about.
No. You can do it as a savage, right? Because I'm gonna tell you what.
Not really. No.
Penoid, I feel like
has a warlord. Even
Nah. Penoid's got a point on this one.
He's got a point.
Think about it.
Penoid's got the warlord material. Penoid is more warlord material. I would know.
Yeah, before we
warlords were affluent.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my point. You have to be affluent in order to take care of a bunch of women and children.
I feel like your ideology here is gonna get you waking up with like metal shoved through your heart, Penoid. Like you can try. I'm not gonna stop you. But
I'll be honest with you. Dying with pussy on top of me is not a bad way to go. You know what I'm saying? If you had to choose your ways.
Western women aren't built for polygamy, though, Penoid. Let's be honest.
No. They weren't built for it. They were bred into it. They were bred into it.
All women are built for polygamy.
No,
it's
they
just
are not.
Motherfuckers don't have the motherfucking horsepower to make it work.
No,
that's the problem.
They really don't.
Right.
Penoid.
I've had multiple bitches in my bed every night for like years on end.
That's not what a polygamy is. Oh my goodness. Penoid. All right.
What?
Here's what I'm saying, right?
You know how nice it is not to have to talk
about
to them because they have a playmate all day? Do you know how fucking nice that is and shit? Like, I don't have to talk to them. They can talk to each other, right? And like motivate each other to like, I can like play them off each other to make them fucking do more work around the house.
Sure.
Yeah, that's not where the threat
If you want to have a polygamous marriage, Penoid, you should just convert to Islam.
Well, no, I like bacon.
No, that's a one at a time, technically.
I like bacon, nigga. Like, I can't be a fucking Islamist. I like
pretty
bacon.
much.
Well, I mean, considering we can't really agree on even what real Islam is these days, you got a bunch of people trying to reform it more progressive, same way Christianity went when the New Testament came in. Then most people that are killing each other still believe in the old ways.
Well, Christianity doesn't come but be after the New Testament. But anyways.
Well, he's already a preacher of the Church of
Jesus Christ is not bitch made nigga. That's what I'm saying. I think about this church like a real church, right? And then just start like, you know what I mean, like doing whatever the fuck I want. And like, cause I can write my own tenets to my church.
Cult leader Penoid. Cult leader Penoid. We got it. Pastor Penoid. That's
and
it don't even gotta be a cult. Why does it have to be a cult? Because that's the problem is the Waco thing, right? Legit.
No. It has nothing to do with Waco. Penoid, do you know what a cult technically actually is? Like it's not. A lot of them are dogmatically indoctrinated, but all a cult is a very small sect.
Yeah,
of a certain perspective.
What you're trying to say, Dip, is that all organized religion are just extremely large cults.
Yo, look, here's what
organized religions are basically cults with a business model, an office, and a military.
I mean, that's one perspective to look at it.
Right. I mean, like,
but you know, like, remember, this is a cultist that's actually that is actually pro-religion, not anti-religion.
This is usually the time that I would hold church of Jesus Christ is not bitch made nigga, right? But like, I'll be real with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something I only do sometimes. Like, and I don't have time to be like live streaming every Sunday, but I should start making time to live stream every Sunday and start getting this in for y'all. You know what I mean? And like, we should really start doing this again because this is a good time to hold the Church of Jesus Christ is not a bitch made nigga, right? And cult comes from a cult, and a cult just means secret, right? So like, a cult is just part of a secret. It's like the crit part. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not like crit comes from Crete, right? Which was, you know what I'm saying, the original fucking form of rock, right? That stood here and like made fucking bridges and shit and aqueducts, which tied back to the Masons and shit. And the Masons originally, you know what I'm saying, was sons because like their mothers birthed them and whatnot. You know what I mean? So like it all boils back to the sacred feminine, you know what I mean, which Tom Hanks started back in motherfucking like 1998.
You listen to him going off now. I feel like I should be streaming Cultist Simulator right now.
Alex Penoid Jones is back.
No, seriously, I feel like I should be playing Cultist Simulator right now.
Well, you have an actual occultist right here.
Yeah, man. Look, I'll be real with you, man. I don't want to hear anything about the occult right now. Like, I can't do it.
I know. You're not an occult channel, Penoid. I am. Okay.
I know, but like, you don't even make content anymore. Like, I used to go over and watch like 40, 50 seconds of your shit and say I liked it, right? You know what I mean? Because like, you know, like I love you, you're my boy, and I want you to be successful. But I'm just not that type of nigga. You know what I mean? I can't get down with like, worshiping the sun and the moon and the stars and, cutting off chickens' heads and putting them on my penis and running around like fucking drawing fucking blood shit on the fucking.
No, you just want
okay.
That sounds more
Giant
like
Mole's
Haitian
vagina.
voodoo, Pino. Like,
Dude, I'm a Western ceremonial magician. Dude, I follow the Western ceremonial traditions, not we was Kang's magic.
Hey, yo, man, look, melanin is like motherfucking like the stuff that space is made from. You can move the universe, the stars with the melanin inside of your body and shit, right? You know what I mean? Because it's all created by the pineal gland, which is the unformed eye and shit, right? It's
this man is butchering alchemy like hell.
Yo,
yeah,
man,
somehow he's making more sense than half of the fucking people on YouTube.
That's the scary part.
Because the motherfuckers are stupid. Let's keep it all the way 1,000. They stupid.
Yo, they're dumber than a bag of hammers.
Yeah, they are dumb.
Most flat earthers are just dumb that have never literally
not one of them have even
or done basic mathematics.
That's basic matter. None of them even picked up a grimoire by
Hey, whoa. Mathematics is racist now, right?
That said no actual black thinker ever.
Yo, 2 + 2 = chair, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's the fucking problem, right? And motherfuckers is like, yo, what about everybody that don't got a chair? Black people ain't got no chairs and shit, according to Joe Biden. They need to get some chairs so they can sit around the motherfucking record player.
Of course, they don't got any fucking chairs. White people came in and stole them all for money.
The black people called down
the lightning magic.
You can't stand that motherfucker.
The lightning magic.
Yo, did you hear this nigga's latest comments and shit?
No, I haven't heard him.
Yo, Joe Biden literally said black people are fucking disadvantaged, you know what I'm saying? Because like, yo, they're able to do business in the same way that white people do. They're just as bright and just as smart, but they don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't have accountants and lawyers like white people. Right?
So,
and I'll be honest
Joe Biden,
with you,
just told on the entire system.
Yo, hang on a minute. Wait a minute.
So now accounting and lawyering is racist because there are no black accountants. There are no black lawyers.
Wait a minute. Yo, my niggas, I'm white. Where's my fucking lawyer and my accountant and shit that I automatically get for being white? That's my mentality.
Yeah.
Why do I not have that right now?
You ain't white.
I won't.
I mean, this is the same, but Pinoy, this is the same Joe Biden that says you ain't black if you don't vote for me. One of the most racist lines that he was vice president to a black lawyer. He needs to shut the fuck up. I know.
Jew than you are to be white.
This is what happens when you have early stages of dementia. People think it's ha and laugh, but seriously, he is in early stages of dementia, and he has been.
Early stages. He's full blown into it at this point. Saying early is denying the fact that he has it at this point. It's fucking full blown.
I'm fucking
shocked because if he was full blown in, he wouldn't be able to be mobile at all.
Like I am fucking surprised nobody has had to hawk him down on Pennsylvania Avenue in his pajamas. All right, legitimately. Like, yo, I'm surprised he hasn't tried to bake a fucking pan of fucking
this dude up on Adderall. I swear. They hop him up on Adderall, like during the debates, because you could see him slowly decline. Which, if anybody knows anything, and my grandma died of Alzheimer's, so I
come on, man.
Like he literally cannot remember shit from like 5 minutes ago. Short-term memory loss is the first stage of dementia in Alzheimer's.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you what, rapists from another dimension in time have raped our energy. The center of his chakra has been disrupted, folks. All right, I got the documentation right here. There's a reason that Jesus hasn't returned. We must consult the cosmic knowledge fish and talk to us on Twitter, right? That's what happens right now, right?
Oh, Shamu! I haven't heard from him in a while.
That's true. Whatever happened to Shamu?
That joke is better than half of the commentary I see in videos and on tweets and posts and shit. That's sad.
It's because we have not gatekeeped hard enough. Some people just should not be allowed to be in certain conversations.
They should. And we should publicly shame them. Seriously, public shame needs to be brought back.
Who should we shame?
Idiots. Anytime you say idiotic, you supposed to. This is what we did as kids. You said, no, you were stupid. You were an idiot. Fuck that.
You can say, what a moron.
Half of the population
especially with women,
down for that.
They know what public shame does. Especially women know this.
Yeah, and that's why they don't want it.
No, they actually do
They
it all the
say
fucking
they don't
time.
want. They say they
weaponize
don't
it.
want it, but go look at Twitter. They say they don't
They
want it. Go look
weaponize
at
it all
Twitter.
the fucking
Go look
time.
at Twitter.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because they don't want it used against them. They want it to be their own personal private weapon.
No, they don't give a fuck. See, guys, this is what happens when guys are emasculated. They don't stand, as Tom would say, stand on a square. Women know what this game is. These guys are playing this game stupidly. Guys are allowing this bullshit to happen. Seriously. Have
You're not
fucking
wrong.
balls.
So
and
you're saying
stand up.
that feminism is just a giant shit test then?
I mean,
That's an
would he be wrong?
oversimplification, but sure.
Nope, that's exactly what it is.
That's an
And it's a
So the
oversimplification.
answer and best reaction to it is be as completely chauvinistic as possible. Gotcha.
No, the reaction is to be a fucking man. Seriously.
Be
Not
chauvinistic.
be a man.
just be a fucking man.
And
don't
what
take
would you
shit.
mean by that?
Don't
Yeah.
take shit.
Sadly,
Take
nobody.
shit.
Sadly,
No, be
nobody
chauvinistic
knows how to be a
right
man,
back
man.
at
That's
him.
why Pinoy's here to teach
Basically,
young boys how
what
to
you
be
do
men.
when you get shit slung at you, you pick it up and you sling it back.
Or you
That's
just be
that's
like,
apparently
I'm
chauvinistic
not
in their
phased.
eyes.
Just be like, I'm not phased, because most people want reactions from both men and women. They don't understand this. Like, if you do not react, sometimes that's the strongest shit you can ever do. Sometimes you do have to step up to the plate.
I also feel like we should probably try to get the government out of our interpersonal relationships. That might
Yes.
be helpful.
Oh yes, big time. Get the government out of it. Out of a lot of
Government's
things.
not involved in my shit. I'll tell you that. They never have been.
Yeah, and
Seriously.
like fucking that's the fundamental problem with marriage at the moment, is that the government is then involved in your relationship.
Yes.
And apparently, it's under the power of the state, not under the power of the divine. That's modern marriage in a nutshell.
Correct.
You're not wrong.
It has to do with basically all the benefits and everything there is into it.
Yeah.
I mean,
And traditionally, marriage, it was considered as a way to ensure guarantees of inheritance and building generational wealth.
Correct.
And there's also a symbolic meaning of traditional marriage as well. Basically, the union of the masculine half and the feminine half in complete harmony and balance with nature.
Yeah.
And you see that all the time in the animal kingdom, and of course, in the way how constellations relate to one another.
Excuse me for thinking that it's important that you exchange vows in front of fucking God.
Exactly.
Huh.
Yeah, vows are binding. People need to recognize that all oaths, agreements, contracts, whenever you swear something, you swear an oath, and oaths are binding, especially in the traditional context. When you make a promise, you damn well keep it. But
Now,
nowadays,
This is
it's
his
just
word.
that in this topsy-turvy word, in this topsy-turvy world, oaths don't mean shit. Promises don't mean shit. I mean, the Latin word for testimony comes from the root word testes. You know, when a Roman wants to say he wants to make an oath, he swears by his manhood.
Testes, I see what you did there.
literally put your manhood on the line when you make an oath. That's what a Roman in the ancient world would do. He would place his hand on his testicles as he raises his other hand in the air and says, "I swear by my manhood that I will get this done and I will see to it to the end. Otherwise, you may castrate me if possible."
Navison, Ecclesiastes, like a lot of, I regardless of what your viewpoint is, I always suggest people read it because it's wisdom. It says, let your yes be yes and your no be no. It's the same thing. If there's nothing new under the sun, there's a time and place and a season for everything under heaven.
Yeah.
Oaths actually meant something. Do not make an oath. Do not make a promise or a vow if you're not going to keep it. I often say I maybe will be at something if I don't know. I won't say yes, I will.
I will say I'll see what I can do with the best of my abilities, because
Yes.
oaths are binding.
Yes.
Yeah, come in like
Also-
that one. That's where Islam comes in. Allah be willing.
Lord
They don't
willing.
agree to it.
That's how we say it. God willing, Lord willing.
God willing.
Actually, Jesus taught that too. But one of the biggest problems with this is that the current structure economically, most companies make your schedule for you. Now, does anybody, maybe it's just me, and this isn't being lazy, this is being honest. Does anybody see a problem with that? That's not how life works. Letting other people make your schedule for you. That's not how life works.
I mean, it is kind of how life works, though, because like if you're going to be a farmer and you have nothing to answer to but the fucking moon and the skies, well, you're gonna plant when it's the time to plant. You're gonna fucking harvest when it's the time to harvest. Like nature dictates your fucking
But that's Mother
working
Nature.
hours. Yeah. I'm saying like this type of thing is natural, and what you're observing is like a prerequisite to coordination.
But
Everybody has
what
to.
I'm saying,
No. What I'm saying is like practically speaking, everybody has to be there at the same time for the company to work like it's supposed to work.
not
Like
really.
no.
Maybe for
Yeah.
black people and
Yeah.
how a lot of groups throughout history work. You just got there, and they generally get there around the same time. People do it all the time. You set a general notion and like, oh, we'll get there when we get there. It can work.
Yeah, that's because you're not in history. You've got to understand that timepieces were not typically a regular thing, and you also didn't have just-in-time delivery, right? So on Monday, I'm going to go in and I'm going to press a button on a machine for about 8 solid hours and hopefully crank out another 80 fucking units of the little fucking aluminum trinket that I've got to manufacture right now.
The aluminum trinkets.
Yeah. So the thing is that I have to have that done by a certain day, a certain time. And I need to have that done so that my colleague can get it inspected, put on whatever the fuck it's going to go on, and shipped out, right?
In this case, aluminum
nobody sees this unnatural.
Well, yeah, it's unnatural, but that's what happens when you have just-in-time delivery. You need something delivered.
But they're not even in time. You ever have a package that you wait for?
It's not even a case of in-time delivery at this point. I mean, that's just productivity in general, even back then. You'd go in and you'd say to someone, like, if you're going to sell something, it's like, hey, I want to buy this. You have someone that says, yeah, I can get you this. And you're like, well, when can you get it to me? Because it's like, I need it at some point so I can do something there. And says, I can get it to you in about a week. He then goes to his employees and he says, all right, we need this many units to make this one so that I can make money. And when I make money, I can actually pay you guys and to do the work for me.
Right.
That's how that necessarily works. And like that goes as like it. I mean, that even goes back to like the Bronze Age at this point.
Right. There's nothing wrong with that.
And you're not wrong that a lot of this is kind of arbitrary, right? Like the fact that a typical work day is whatever 9 to 5, right? That is a little bit arbitrary, but
completely arbitrary.
I mean, traditionally, if you were living it wasn't before the Industrial Revolution. Most people worked from sunrise to sunset.
Thank you.
And whatever what was in season. I mean, chances are you would work you would tend to fields like from sunrise to sunset for only maybe 6 to 9 months out of the year, and the rest.
Hang on. Here's the thing, though. Well, not like they didn't though, right? Like, because here's the thing about farming, right? Like, farming isn't like a production thing on a fucking on like a fucking industrial plant.
It's not an industrial production.
It's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing. I mean, old school farming.
The more time you put in does not equal out more product.
Exactly.
Right? Because you plant so much and then you fucking harvest so much. Right. There's only it's like only so much money you can really actually put into getting that done in the end of the day.
I mean, yeah, there's other things that go in. There are the other things that go into it because I come from a partial farming family, and my great uncle showed me a whole bunch of high tech stuff. He thought it was really neat, and just looking at it, you could even tell he's got a finite amount of land. There's a finite amount of land that is good enough to grow on. And he even showed me this overview of this cornfield. And there's this one spot in the middle of the field that he owns that does not produce enough corn because it's a hill. There's the soil quality is shit. There's a bunch of rocks in it and whatnot else. Doesn't matter how much he plants in there. He's only going to get a smaller yield compared to the rest of the field, which is good, solid, flat ground with decent soil around it. There's not as much rock quality in it everywhere else.
Arable land.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is over here, motherfucking? God damn it, Dip! Stop fucking blowing your nose on your microphone for fuck's sake.
I'm not. I'm literally not. I don't know what the fuck Discord or StreamYard is doing.
Yeah, I know what they were doing. They were fucking upset that you were blowing your nose on the goddamn microphone.
No, I literally didn't even have. I was away from my mic.
Stop combing your beard while you talking to us, man. Look,
I was away from my mic, Pinoy. God damn, shit is so sensitive these days.
Shit is so sensitive.
You say shit's so sensitive. I feel like I'm barely talking. Y'all can barely hear me because I'm not seeing my thing move all that much.
I hear you.
I'm actually eating.
I feel you.
Oh yeah, I can hear you well, Hawk.
Okay, cool. Because I feel like I'm eating my mic, but the thing's not even moving. I can't even tell if I'm talking.
Yeah, I've heard you the entire time, so shit's just super sensitive these days.
Neat.
Jeez, you guys are so sensitive.
You're so sensitive these days.
Yeah, but that's kind of where the mentality. Yeah, I feel you, man. Right, but like again, I renamed the stream Church of Jesus Christ. He's not a bitch made nigga, right? So welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Church of Jesus Christ. He's not a bitch made nigga.
It's back,
right?
along.
It's Sunday
Well, I mean,
night.
we
might as well get it the fuck done, right? Legit. Yeah, I was like, fuck the 148 trimester abortions and shit. Like, I'm still pro. Like,
that was just stupid.
I mean,
right, but like, we was having a conversation, and motherfuckers was like, they were like, oh man, like somebody tried to I hate British people, like legit, I fucking hate British people so much, right? Like, I just want to can we like dig like a moat like underneath of Britain and like sink the whole fucking island into the goddamn ocean and be done with it?
Are the problem, honestly.
The what is?
The arrogant ones. Because there's some chill brothers.
No, just in general, like the whole fucking place needs to be hit with like a fucking meteorite. Like, Hitler was right. You know what I'm saying? Like, Hitler did nothing wrong about
that. Hitler's beef wasn't even.
Tom just had his Tom channel demonetized for all.
Right, like, look, man, I don't know why you fuck with the Jews. Like, you should just took care of Britain and got that done with. Like, we could have solved a whole lot of our problems. It's like I've never ran into a Jew on here I had squabbles with. Right, I never had a problem with a Jew. I have fucking issues with British people all the fucking time.
I have issues with Californians, and I have issues with Canadians.
Hitler was ashamed of his ancestry. Seriously.
Hitler was ashamed of being part of Austria.
Hitler was upset about being from the same place that Vince Van Gogh was from. You know what I mean? Right, like he was like, I can't tolerate being from a fucking country where like niggas be cutting their ears off and shipping it to fucking prostitutes. It's not a fucking positive thing right now. You know what I mean?
Considering he was in Germany, and Germany at the time was suffering one hell of a decline because of
because of the Treaty of Versailles of 1919.
Yeah,
he got his ideas from Vienna, so
like fucking Vincent Van Gogh's from fucking Noonan, fucking Austria, right?
And
no, I'm the only one that knows that.
You also realize that the first books that the Nazis burned were some transgender bullshit, right?
Oh yeah, they were.
We should be burning transgender books, right? I think like we should be this is a church, so like I'm allowed to fucking have my fucking conservative views on here, right? Like not only should we be burning transgender books, but transgender clothing as well, right? And like adult PJs and like fucking fursuits and like fucking like and Power Rangers costumes and
whoa!
You went too far.
Draw the line at the Power
we
Rangers.
We could just ship the Power Rangers costumes to Toei, and they could just use that as spares for their Sentai series.
Burning anime T-shirts, right? Because I'm tired of grown ass niggas wearing cartoon T-shirts and shit.
I respect my cartoons. The fuck you mean, bro? There ain't no difference between that.
You should not be an adult wearing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles motherfucking shirt. And
shit. Come on!
Why? Why the fuck not? There's no
That's why.
You know the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was darker than the shit that we had up there.
Oh, they savage.
I don't fucking care. I don't give a fuck about the goddamn Ninja Turtles in general. All right, I don't care. I care about the fact that like motherfuckers is walking around.
He cares more about the Nigga Turtles, not the Ninja Turtles.
I care about the Nigga Turtles. The Nigga Turtles are awesome, right? That was like the best show ever. I don't know why the fuck they canceled that after like 2 seasons.
Wait. What was the Nigga Turtles? I don't even know that one.
You never saw the Nigga Turtles? It's my.
I can't remember. I saw Happy Tree Friends growing up. But
Yo, nah, the nigga Turtles was on YouTube. Yo, you got to look that shit up, man.
Oh,
Fucking like, yo,
it's probably been years since I watched it. I gotta look them up.
Yo, they took the original fucking movies and did voiceovers for them, right? And like, fucking, like,
I don't remember.
Oh, that shit was great. The nigga Turtles was amazing. Like, yo, man, fuck, you ain't rap your motherfucking Jimmy with that bitch. Nigga, you have a whole bunch of fucking little fucking nigga fucking turtles running around this motherfucker, man. That bitch out there dropping dime on every fucking body, man. Like, yo, that bitch a Power Ranger. She ain't no Power Ranger, nigga. Like, yo, that was a fucking great show. Legit.
Okay,
yo, but yo, look, here's what I'm saying. Like, yo, grown men should not be wearing cartoon t-shirts. That's where
people can wear what the fuck they want to wear.
Look, at this point, Pinoid,
Los pichingos va a costar sus bolas. This is the
I'm shaving bald like a fucking baby.
At this point, Pinoid, anime and manga is the only based thing left.
Really though. Anyway, in manga,
don't advertise it so like these normies fucking find out it's cool, and then they all of a sudden like they start wearing it, and bitches start wearing it. And
well, I mean, that was the same.
They're doing it now, but now there's a whole thing going on right now in the anime
underground. It's like with anime manga. You have to understand the cultural context of manga's inception after World War II Japan.
It's because y'all invited bitches into your shit. That's
we
what
did not invite anybody into anything.
No, it's socially inept, antisocial dudes. That's the problem.
Well,
seriously.
Now other people are getting into it, and now
ad hoc. Hang on, yes. Johnny boy, my nigga, please don't fall into that trap. All right, like yo, they've been doing this, okay, and there's a reason why they're doing this. Is it's fucking, it's really simple. They're trying to get the prices up of fucking certain goods. All right, because some shit's overproduced. All right, just please do not fall into that trap where we're looking at we produce way too much fucking food. All right, and then the prices drop, and then farmers don't get paid, and the whole market gets fucked up. That's why. All right, they're just trying to regulate the fucking market.
Yeah, no,
nothing more, nothing less. Not gonna start.
Let's be honest. The whole factory farming thing was never sustainable from the beginning.
Of course not.
Here's the thing. They're not giving it money to the farmers to destroy the crops. They're giving it to live fallow, which means that the farmers just get money to do nothing. They don't even plant the crops to be destroyed in the first place. That is legitimate.
They were destroying onions and shit like fucking last year because like restaurants are the number one buyers of onions. Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was no restaurants open, so like, fucking, they were just literally rotting in the fucking fields. Because
I mean, that would probably be a thing just because of the coronavirus and everything.
Yeah, else. It's because and also most people spend money out. Most people spend more money going out to eat rather than going to a grocery store.
Yeah, in a normal environment, they give people money to not plant crops.
Okay, so the reason, and Pino, you should know this, the reason why you quote unquote spend more on going out is because you're paying for labor and a service. It's pretty damn simple.
Well, yeah, you're paying somebody to prepare the food for you, like, because they got to cook.
Come on,
you know what I mean? Fucking, pay the rent, the taxes. Yeah, I don't know what you be over. Literally, get your beard out of the fucking microphone. That shit was just in the Matrix.
Bro,
I feel like
here's a little mantra I want all you pendejos to learn. Los pichingos va a costar sus bolas.
No, I'm not learning that fucking ching chang chong language and shit, nigga. But I don't want to hear all that fucking zipperhead bullshit in our fucking channel. God damn it. Keep that shit to your fucking side.
All right. Dude, I'm not even next to the mic. That's the crazy part.
Yo, the crazy part is you just put us in the Matrix for a minute, all right? All of a sudden it was right, and like fucking like a whole bunch of like fucking TV screens went all weird and shit, and Neo done flexed and the walls went pushed out. Fucking like, yo, you stop that shit.
I'm literally doing nothing. I'm in the exact same location.
You're combing your beard into the fucking micro. I know what you're doing right now. You fucking using the beard of knowledge to try and stand here and fuck us all up. Control the dust in your apartment, nigga.
He doesn't. No. Pino, you hating because you can't grow a luxurious beard. That's why you hating. So you're projecting what you would want.
You do realize, like, yo, this nigga has the dustiest YouTube channel that's ever
existed. Here we go again. Listen, I give not a single fuck. What part I don't give a fuck? There's people that understand.
Yo, this nigga, This nigga literally like, yo, he appeared during the Dust Bowl and shit. Just, right? Like, yo, he was the actual actor from that fucking Sand John in the Mummy movie shit where the fucking plane got eaten by the giant sandstorm. That was Dip, right? That nigga's motherfucking
Wait, which
whole
Mummy
face.
movie? The first and second one.
Yo, Will Harris,
All right,
what up,
I'm
man?
just this one boy
yeah.
down here. He says the mic ain't a dick, nigga.
Yo, Moon-based radio is based
Okay, so I saw this. YouTube video by this dumb broad that complains about the isekai harems. I told her, "Look, bitch, the only reason why people keep producing all that isekai harems is to sell merchandise, and it has nothing to do with how they objectify women."
I mean,
I
seriously,
literally
sex
have
sells.
no idea what the fuck you
Time
just
out.
said.
Women objectify women far more than men ever do.
Okay, so Pinoid, let me explain this to you. Isekai is a type of drawn cartoon
Okay,
that
I'm
people
bored
who-
already.
Yeah.
Let me make it simple, Pinoid. Someone gets hit with a truck, goes to another world. That's isekai. That's all you need to know.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's for
much,
people
yeah.
who want
That's pretty simple.
That's pretty much it. They get
like,
magical
it's-
powers, and
I
then
don't
they
wa- I don't
go
watch
on a
those type of
quest,
series
fight
myself.
monsters, and get bitches on the
Yo,
bitches on
it's
the
Michael
way.
J. Fox and shit. Like these niggas is getting 88 miles per hour, get hit by a truck, and like fucking end up trying to fuck their moms. Is that what's going on?
In one,
Effectively,
one,
and
some
how
one,
dare you.
yes.
Dip, you shut the fuck
No.
up, you DBZA fucking
In one
motherfucker.
particular instance, Pinoid, yes, that is in fact the premise. The son fucks
Yo,
the mom.
man, look, yo, there's all types of weird ass motherfucking porn out here right
I
now.
know,
man.
it's fucking great.
Like, yo, man,
That-
I feel
this
you. I
is
feel
why
where you are,
Japan
man.
is based. This is why Japan is based.
Yo,
They give
Is it
zero
bad
fucks
that-
about this
Japan
feminism
literally allows
objectifying women
everything to
bullshit.
go.
Is it
Yeah.
bad that I know exactly the manga that Ad Hoc's talking about?
No, it
No.
just means you're cultured, my man.
Yo, yeah, it
Culture.
means like you're cultured, you're international, fucking known about things, man. You go over here reading up on other people's fucking weird ass drawings that they beat their penises to. You know what I mean? Like I know a bitch that likes to like fucking watch movies about motherfucking octopuses raping bitches and getting duct taped to like fucking ceiling fans or whatever they do,
I
right?
think I've seen that hentai.
Legit, it's not my thing,
I
man.
mean,
It's not my
hentai
bag.
just
Whatever
drawn
you into.
animated porn.
Lately,
It is
I've been
what it
watching City Hunter. It's basically this old ass anime from the 80s.
Man, look, I don't fucking
Cool.
care.
To figure.
Like,
But I mean,
yeah.
getting into the deeper aspect of that one, I mean, it's the fact that you got all these weirdos basically saying we shouldn't be culturally appropriating, and what are they trying to do? They're trying to dictate another nation's culture.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well,
It's like, why? Why the
white
fuck are you
people
doing
are
that?
fucking retarded.
Why are people retarded?
Suburban white people, suburban white college educated whites are retarded.
It ain't just
Well, that's the
suburban.
thing is that I'm
Those are
a suburban white myself, and I'm like looking at these people like, what the
You
fuck
should
is wrong with
feel
you?
ashamed of your people.
I
Like, I'll
am
be honest
ashamed
with
of my people.
Listen.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them. I want to go in and beat them over the head with an oversized dildo bat and say, "Stop being retarded."
Listen,
Accept the
I'm
weirdness.
I'm only
You know,
half
it's-
white. I have very little to do with this.
I understand.
It's
I
not
understand.
just
I'm
suburban,
trying-
though. There's a
I'm
term
trying to
called
get
white
y'all to,
trash
like,
for a
stop.
reason.
Yo, look,
No,
man,
it is
I am,
suburban. You know why?
I
All the
am
urban
white
people
trash.
are worse.
No. I'm white trash. All right, white trash people don't give a fuck about fucking cultural appropriation.
No,
and all
no,
the
you're
dumb
not
shit.
white trash. You know, wait. You're not white trash.
Pinoy,
White
you're
trash
damn
is
near
like
a
we talked
Jew.
about last night. It's horrible.
I am
It's a
absolutely
horrible.
white trash. Yo, look, legit. Let me
You're
tell
just
you a story.
regular
All right.
man.
Technically speaking, I'm a mutt.
Did you grow up in a trailer in the middle of the woods?
Yo, look, I got paid to fuck
What's
my
his trailer
homie's
for?
sister, so he didn't have to anymore. All right.
Are you serious?
What?
You
Like, yo.
legitimately
See, you're
gigoloed
not
your
white
way
trash,
into
he
your
is.
bud's sister. What
Yeah.
the hell?
You're not, but you know, you're not white trash.
Poured out
He
for
is.
that.
He is.
Right.
He is.
Like, yo,
Come on
you
now.
know what I mean? Like, yo, this is the type of lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, that I've been accustomed to living my whole life. All right. Like, yo, my
Damn,
best
son.
friend growing up got hit by 3 cars in a fucking city bus and shit, nigga. All right. That's what type of motherfuckers, like, I come from white trash roots. All right. I grew up fucking chasing chickens in a goddamn, I grew up I was born in a camper on the side of a mountain.
But that doesn't make you white trash, though.
I'm pretty sure it does.
No,
No,
white
that
trash is
definitely
literally the
qualifies.
bottom barrel of society.
That
I got
definitely
sold.
qualifies.
I got sold as a child.
yeah, no, that definitely qualifies. That this boy This boy been through some shit.
I got sold. I got
How
sold
much
by a
were you
judge.
sold for?
Like 10 grand, but I got sold by a judge as a child, right?
I would
Like,
argue
I
that
am
white
most
trash
definitely
is
white
like-
So
trash.
apparently, Johnny Boy, no, it wasn't worth it. He's only worth 10 grand. Apparently, I could probably buy him right now if I wanted to.
Right? Like, I am the lowest rung of white society in general, right?
But
They
you
don't like
but here's
motherfuckers
the
like
thing.
me.
You don't even
No.
call it white
Hey, here's the thing, though, Pinoid. We don't exist. Apparently, the bottom rung of white society doesn't exist. We're all
I know we don't like
millionaires
niggas,
living in multi-billionaire
I feel you.
condos with 6 summer homes. We run all the companies. We run all the top tier shit.
but-
You won't
but-
find us at the bottom rung of any of that.
But add, who's saying this though? Exactly.
white people and everybody
Joe Biden went. Joe Biden says that we all have motherfucking accountants and lawyers, and that's why like black people aren't successful.
Nice way to project, Joe. You just told on your damn self.
I feel you.
That's all that is.
Right. Joe Biden thinks that like all white people, like he's like, black kids, fucking poor people, you know what I'm saying, are just as smart as all the fucking white kids. And apparently, like black people are the only people in the country who are fucking poor, right?
Like fuck you, extent is fucking poor. I clawed my way out of bankruptcy twice. Where's my 5 million for free?
Right? Like, I've been down to the bottom of the bucket a many motherfucking times, like to the point where like I'm like, all right, well, I gotta sleep in my car tonight. It is what it is. And I always pull my ass the hell back up and get the fuck back where I need to be at. You know what I mean? Right?
Ed, you fuck.
What Jesus Christ. It's fucking Ed, fucking the goddamn destroyer. So how drunk are you tonight, nigga?
Hey, what's up, Pinoid? How you doing, man?
Oh, he sounds sober. What's going on, man? How the fuck?
Man, I've been sober for months.
You've been sober for months. Like
he says that as he uncaps his next bottle. There it goes.
Like I just talked to this nigga like 2 weeks ago, and he was drunk as fuck on gaming stream. Well,
I am not a white supremacist, and you white people in your time, so.
White supremacist. This is the whitest Mexican ever right here.
White trashest thing I've ever heard. I'm not a white supremacy. Oh my god.
I'm not a white supremacist, but
let's be real here. Okay, majority of white Americans are closer to the characters in Idiocracy than they are to Hallmark movies. Let's get nothing misunderstood.
Why? But Navison, that's why Hallmark movies are so beautiful, because it's a pristine, picturesque version that's in fairy tale La La Land.
I always thought they fucking
suck. Reminds me of that one video I saw.
Yo, did you ever see that movie with that motherfucking the snowman nigga with the fucking what the hell is that thing called? Like the Jack Frost. You ever see Jack Frost?
Oh yeah.
I've seen Jack Frost. You mean
the fuck? Yo, what single mom has like a fucking detached crib by herself? You know what I'm saying? Like living on a giant piece of land, working at a coffee shop and shit. Like what type of real? Who the fuck?
You mean like Tyler Perry movies?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, son. All right, I don't watch gay porn. All right, so like I don't really know a whole lot about Tyler Perry.
So you don't know a thing about Brokeback Mountain, then?
No.
I've never watched Brokeback Mountain intentionally.
Intentionally?
Yeah, intentionally. When I heard about it, like, oh yeah, I'm definitely staying.
Like I like Heath Ledger, but not that much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. A Knight's Tale and Dark Knight was glorious.
Yo, Dark Knight was the shit. I like that fucking Knight movie he did before that, where like he was
A Knight's Tale and Dark Knight.
Yeah, when he was with Sargon of Akkad and shit.
I better ask Carl about that movie then.
It still catches me off guard when that random skinny white dude just walks up buck naked. I was not prepared as a kid for that. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Legit, that dude is a fucking beast. Did you ever see he was in Margin Call and then that Legion. You ever see Legion?
With the angels and shit.
Movie or no? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been years. I barely remember.
I'm trying to think. You said Legion. That's the one where the one angel comes down. He's basically fighting off a whole bunch of other angels.
Yeah. That's the dude. That's the dude from that Night movie with fucking Sargon of Akkad. Yeah. Fucking Heath Ledger and like apparently like fucking we was kings. Fucking black people were ruling Europe at that point.
I don't even remember that part of Knight's Tale, but anyways.
What don't you remember?
I remember we was Kang's part up in that bitch.
Yo, there was a black princess playing the fucking female role.
Was she black? I don't even remember her being black.
Yeah, she was black. She's a chick from fucking the goddamn Creed movies and shit.
Oh, I barely paid attention to her, honest to God.
Yo, man, yeah. I know, man. Not like I wasn't over here like skeeting on my motherfucking TV and shit when she was on screen. You know what I mean?
Like I saw her and I was like, okay, she looks like the average woman. No shot at her. It's just true. She just
saw
like an
her.
woman.
You started stroking your beard. You know what the fuck?
No. She literally looked like an average woman to me. I don't know what to say. Like it is what it is.
Yo, Johnny boy, look up the motherfucking look up the movie A Knight's Tale, and then like look at the fucking fat white dude who played in that shit, and tell me that's not Sargon of Akkad, right?
I can't even remember that dude. I remember the redhead dude. I don't remember that dude.
Yo, do you remember the Flintstones? Not the one with John Goodman, the other one?
What, the one in
not
Vegas?
a good one.
When they went to Vegas or no? Or the original?
Yeah, the second
there was
one,
like
man.
2 movies.
There was the one where it was John Goodman, and there was the other one with the dude who looked like Sargon of Akkad. Legit. There's a British actor who looked just like Sargon of Akkad. I think they're the same person.
They might be cousins, so it is what it is.
Everybody in Britain's a fucking cousin. They're all fucking related. Why do you think their teeth all fucked up and shit over there?
Well, I mean, they're cousins because you're on a small fucking island with certain ancestry. It's not really difficult.
Yo, Will know.
I mean,
Yeah, Will know.
I mean, the only way that wasn't really the case was all the constant invasions by the Angles, Saxons, and Normans.
No, I mean after the Angles and Saxons.
Seriously, I don't
Because that's where most of them come from. Besides the Vikings and people who like after the British Empire. That's pretty much it.
There are no wolves on the entire Isle of Britain. That's how cucked the entire island is. They have no wolves.
No wolves?
Yeah.
Yeah, they killed them all out.
Well, yeah, of course they killed them all out. They've been there for like fucking 4,000 years. I would expect human beings to like get rid of like the main predator, like we did. We got rid of most of the wolves in North America in like 100 years because we're way better than them. You know what I mean? At killing shit. You know, I just like we eliminated the buffalo. You know what I mean? We got rid of the dodo bird. Like, yo, we come through and we fuck shit up too. That's how the hell shit's supposed to work. But we're just better than them at what the fuck they do. You know?
This bison
just killing shit is
that
not
I am eating
should work.
says that bison are still around.
There are
Well,
some
they are
because-
now. Like, yo, we had to bring them back.
Yeah,
Because white people just like killing shit for no damn reason. That's how most of the bison got off because let's just shoot them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the guy who played Roland. I'm pretty sure. Like, yo, he looked like Sargon of Akkad. You know him when you see him. Like fucking Johnny Boy in the chat. But anyway, yeah, man. Ed, welcome to the Church of Jesus Christ is not a bitch made nigga. You know what I'm saying? Are you ready to get the bitch slapped out of you for motherfucking letting that bitch pee on the couch?
Dude, this was like 2 fucking years ago, man. You gotta let that shit go.
I know, but like I gotta make some type of conversation because
all
like,
right, Pinoy.
Retarded shit.
We have talked in a minute. Okay, recent events. If I went ass and mouth on the bitch, is that getting her back?
I'll be honest with you, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like going ass to mouth on a bitch is some weird shit. You know what I mean? Like, I've never been a fan of ass to mouth. Like, I know
when you just make eye contact
and
and you tell her, you know, what's with that shit eating smile.
I feel you. Like, you know,
you got the nose in it a little bit, you know, and then never call them again.
Never call them again. Yo, so what happened to that? What happened to that Christian bitch you had, man, or that Satan bitch, or whatever the fuck she was?
I was still talking to her. I actually hung out with her yesterday. But until she wants to make some shit official, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Now, I feel like you should be the one trying to make some shit official with her. Like, she's good for your lifestyle.
Yeah, we'll see, man.
Like, as a man, you know what I mean? Like, yo, because like you need somebody to like, you know what I mean, emulate and try to look up to and shit. You know what I mean? You need like a big brother or something. You know, like somebody to help you out.
He needs a hero.
Needs a hero.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Anyway, fucking. So where the hell? Oh yeah, Church of Jesus Christ, not Bitchmade, nigga. Fucking 148 trimester abortions. What the fuck were we talking about? Anybody remember?
We're talking about.
You said 168 trigrams. That's what I heard.
148 trimester abortions.
Oh yeah, that's right, man. I just got done with an abortion debate, right? where like, you know what I mean? Like I had to smack some British people in the mouth because they believed in females' rights and shit. And I was like, nah, that's not fucking positive. Right. Yo, like you shouldn't motherfucking give females rights. Like there's no reason to believe that women should have rights. And I explained to them very succinctly. I said, look, you're never gonna have traditional families as long as women have fucking rights and shit. You know what I mean? Because like they got too much ability to fucking get the hell out from underneath of a relationship.
It's not even a question of rights. Here's the real question.
Privileges. I think the real word you're looking for is privileges. Too many privileges backed by the government.
People can have rights, but you have to understand that with freedom comes responsibility.
There we go. That's what I'm leading up to.
Hold people accountable. Once again, men, stop being bitch made. Jesus was not bitch made.
It's like we gave them rights with the expectation that they would understand that there are responsibilities that come with those rights.
Yeah, but
they never
a lot
got
of
the
men
memo.
don't get this.
No, and that
Because
goes against
people have a
everything a
childish
civilization has
mentality.
been. For thousands of years before this happened, everyone knew the natural order of things. It was just understood. It's biblical.
Yes.
Yeah. It's wired into human psychology. Action, reaction. Every time a dumb fucks try to act stupid, they get their ass whooped and they learn the consequences of their actions.
Not even just whooped, outright killed in some cases.
Yeah.
Or you just get publicly shamed for being an idiot.
Or
which
exiled.
is what should be encouraged. Or exiled. Or outcast.
Yeah, I think we need to bring back exile as a punishment.
Back in the day, being publicly shamed is the equivalent to being exiled. We came together as a social. No, it is. We humans are a social species. If you are publicly shamed, that's akin to being exiled because you are being exiled from the group. Even if you don't physically leave, you are not part of the group. Your survival rate drops.
Exile is a little bit, it's a form of law, okay? Where you could not show your face up in that bitch. It's a form of outlaw because if you showed your face up in that area, there is no protection for you.
Yo, how do you feel about like bringing back exile as a punishment?
The problem is we have no place for people to let people go.
Yeah, we don't have any place to put the exiles.
I mean, majority of Europeans who exiled their undesirables sent them all to the United States.
Not just the U.S.
Or Australia.
Or Australia.
Yeah. Georgia was a prison colony. So was Australia.
So was Australia.
I mean, at this point, if we want to start exiling people, we need to pull the StarCraft. We need to basically shove them into a ship, fling them into space, and hope they land on somewhere like.
I don't think we'll be going into space anytime soon.
I got a simpler solution: a Hunger Games type situation. Let people go off and survive in the woods.
Well, what if we just gave people, like, if you got convicted of a crime, right?
Gladiator fights.
And you gave people the option. You said either you can do, 10 years in prison, or, like, yo, you can take you and your family and leave, right? And never come back. And we'll pay for your trip to wherever the fuck it is you want to go, but you can never come back.
Yeah, I'm all for that. But I'm for the immunity to begin with. So
yeah, we'd already tried that. It was called Liberia, and it failed.
That was not Liberia, and Liberia never failed. Liberia was actually worked out really well up until the 1990s.
No, Liberia's was they were trying to say, black people, we fucked up here, have a piece of land. That ain't helping the fucking solution.
Well, it did. No. It was great. Like, yo,
we just said the last time they did the whole exile thing, take your family and get the fuck out. That was Georgia. That was the rest of the colonies. That was Australia.
And like, Liberia was not a forced penal colony. Liberia was they literally fucking got people voluntarily to go, right?
Yeah. They meant so it's like
and here's the thing: the Black Americans took over.
Of course,
right? They took over and they fucking stood there, and that was what the Civil War was about back in the 90s and 2000s. Was, the Black Americans were ruling over the Native Africans and shit that were there.
That's kind of what happens when you inject an invasive population.
What do you mean invasive?
Because Black Americans aren't even really Africans anymore. Even Africans don't like Black Americans.
Yeah, it is.
Dominican blacks hate Black Americans. Cuban blacks hate Black Americans.
South Africans hate Black Americans.
Yeah.
The propaganda across the globe.
I feel like exile's not a bad way to go about things.
I'm
Or
for that, but I'm also for
what's a
communities.
viable piece of land today where we could exile undesirables?
New
a
Jersey.
really
I'm pretty sure.
That's-
I'm
New
pretty-
Jersey.
Montana,
New Jersey.
Alaska.
No, how about like, you know what I'm saying, like some country in Africa or like Asia or like some place in the Middle East.
So literally fucking Liberia.
Libya. I'm
Madagascar.
Sure I'm sure like for a couple of $1 million we could get Libya to take whoever the fuck we want.
No, they'll say fuck off US like they always do. Seriously.
Yo, Libya is a pretty friendly state at this point now that they have like open air slave auctions and shit. We'll just get them some slaves.
There you go. It's like here. It's like we'll donate to your auctions with all these people.
Yeah, see, that's a little bit different. That's a little bit different from the original proposal.
Like, yo, how about this? How about like we fucking put them in like the Gaza Strip and shit, and like just, you know what I mean, like, and we'll just get the Palestinians some missiles and whatnot.
Or just drop them in Montana or in North Dakota where nobody fucking lives.
No, that's dumb, man. Like, yo, because then it's gonna have a whole bunch of people there. Like, we don't want them inside the country. We want them out of the country.
We're like 3 Mile Island.
North Dakota are practically not in the U.S. Let's be honest.
No. Those states actually don't want to accept these weirdos in the first.
That's my point.
Right now,
Well, Madagascar is practically empty. We could just dump them into Madagascar.
Because if they want to do what they got to do, then it is what it is.
I feel like our convicts will, like, you know what I'm saying, immediately become slave masters in Libya. I'm like 99% sure.
Yeah,
that's a terrible idea, dude. You're creating another problem.
I don't
It
think
won't
we
be
are.
our problem though.
Because here's the thing, you know the U.S. wants that fucking oil that's still there for whatever reason.
Yeah, the US doesn't need the fucking oil anymore. We're practically energy independent
for
now.
everybody.
We were.
This is the United States imperialism. The fuck you mean? They don't care about need. They take.
Nah. Like, yo, we're getting away from that, right? So what I'm saying is like, yo, we could, you know what I'm saying, make a deal. Or how about like Russia, right?
There
Russia.
was this wave. There was this wave earlier in the year with the whole thing about trading all the communists or all the people in the U.S. that support communism. We're going to trade them to China and bring over all the freedom lovers in Hong Kong.
That's a terrible proposition.
That is a great idea.
That is a great
People
idea.
think that's a great idea until they come with their own cultural mentalities, and Americans go like, fuck.
Nah, seriously. They will fit right in, right? But like the cool thing is like we could eliminate like everybody who like teaches at a college, right? And like all of the media and like most of like white suburban. We can get rid of, you know how many terrible Karens we can get rid of in one fell swoop?
And also like,
I mean, everybody wins at this point. You know, China wants more people for its machines and whatnot. They want to live under communism. We don't want them here.
It don't want people that can't work.
Johnny Boy got a good idea. We could drop them in like Switzerland.
So people can have fucking money?
Even better. Like, what we'll do is like, we don't got to make a treaty. We'll just throw them out of a fucking plane with a parachute in like a random country.
Free helicopter.
It's your problem now.
Yeah, like, y'all deal with these motherfuckers, right?
Yeah, and we just give them like letters of marque. Let them say,
no, not Europe. Go drop them in Asia. Asia was apparently the birthplace of large-scale communism. They'll fit right in.
How about Mongolia?
There we go. Yeah.
Better. They just have to deal with the nomadic tribes.
Yeah, they should have no issue with that.
Mongolia is like fucking the size of Western Europe, and it has like 1 million people in it.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, like, we could just drop them anywhere in Mongolia and tell them like, build a house. You'll be 100% better off than when you showed up, and you're just home. You're not lost anymore. Right?
Let's not send them to Antarctica. I don't want to ruin the penguins. The penguins need to be left alone.
What about penguins? There's no penguins in Mongolia.
Penguins.
No, Dog says we should send all the communists to Antarctica.
No. That's too much resources wasted. The hell? First of all, why y'all would damn near communists? They ain't even a fucking problem, man.
I say we send them to Madagascar.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, there are no people there. It's very isolated.
There are people
it's
there.
an island.
There are people there. There's tons of people there.
Yeah,
We're
they're
just
quite
go like full Pinochet and like, here you go. You're in the Pacific Ocean. Hope you can swim.
Yeah,
Nah,
let them figure out how to
nah.
build the lost city of Atlantis.
Like I said, Montana or North
We're talking
Dakota.
exile here, right? So, like I'm saying, like, yo, there's tons of places on the earth that we could just drop them in, like India. We could just drop them into like India or Kashmir.
Simple solution. The Northwest Territories of Canada. Seriously.
Oh, there you go. That's not bad either.
I mean, if we want to be serious, I can give you geographically the perfect spot.
They will sneak back in, though.
No, they won't. They're not going to survive. Seriously,
I want them to survive. I don't want them to die. I just don't want them.
Well, then there's no place on the planet I can drop them where they're going to survive. Seriously.
Yes, there is.
In Mongolia.
Yo, no, they're definitely going to die. It gets too fucking cold there.
All right. Yo, look,
how does it get too cold in Mongolia? People survive in Mongolia.
It's a fucking desert. You have to know how to survive.
The only part of it's the Gobi Desert.
What I'm saying is the desert and steppes
and fucking joints. Yo, goddamn. Oh shit, man! Fucking like accelerates watching motherfucking Floyd Mayweather, fucking Logan Paul. Let me know how that fight turns out. I'm gonna watch it on the replay. Right now?
I gotta watch on the replay, definitely.
I'm gonna watch that shit on the replay and shit. Like yo, but I'm saying like legit. We could drop them in like Germany or like Poland.
Nah, Poland.
No.
Poland doesn't like communists.
I'm not talking. I'm talking our fucking convicts, not just the communists or convicts. Right.
Poland is very hardline Catholic.
So
yeah.
If we're talking all the convicts, then we should just drop them somewhere.
Did you hear about that? Did you hear about what happened when the fucking they try to have a Polish airline pilot?
Huh?
What happened about it?
Sounds like a joke, but go ahead. We pulled to take the operated plane.
Right, like this motherfucker was trying to land at this fucking airport and shit, right? And he comes in and like fucking this motherfucker notices the runway super short and he fucking like he gets it down, the tires are squealing and shit and fucking it's crazy and he's trying to fucking land and like fucking the plane's all shaking and everybody's like, oh my god, like the mask drop down and stuff, right? Fucking like and then like fucking, you know what I'm saying, the pilot motherfucking looks over at the co-pilot and he's like, dude, damn man, this fucking runway is short as shit. And the co-pilot looks around and he goes, yeah, man, but it is fucking wide as fuck, man. Holy shit. Right? Because they landed that motherfucker the wrong goddamn way because Polish motherfuckers are dumber than back.
Okay,
we came in from the wrong direction. I see.
I have one Polish grandmother I can confirm. She is.
Yo, my sister married a Polak. Right, like I sent her over there in the exchange program. Like I was selling coke to put her in the fucking exchange program and shit, right? And she came home fucking pregnant. Like I knocked that nigga the fuck out. Came in the front door. I rolled that nigga fuck out the back. And that was like fucking 17 years ago, and he still don't speak no English.
Because they're like, fuck that shit.
So you have a half Polish, half Italian nephew.
Oh god.
And niece. I have a niece and a nephew that's fucking half Polish, half Italian.
Yeah, he came back for a second one after you rolled him. You should have hit him harder.
Nah, bro. He's like, fuck off, man.
Yo, look, I have rules. As long as you're willing to take the beating, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you can do what you want to do. It's your fucking business then at that point. You know what I mean? And he's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? He does like construction and shit, and like he builds furniture or whatever. He's a carpenter. He's a great guy. Amazing fucking worker. Like, legit,
why are Polacks in carpentry such a huge thing?
Same way Irish people were, man, because like they're fucking dumb and they can't do anything else. Like, yo, the most famous homeless person ever is somebody you've never fucking heard of, and like legitimately,
Mariusz
like
Pudzianowski, maybe.
Well, I know Mariusz Pudzianowski is too. Like, yeah, fucking, like, yeah, he's a fucking big dumb motherfucker.
He's a strong man.
Things up and put him down.
I know. Never do it.
Yo, that is a big motherfucker, home, legit.
He's willing to do down without fucking somebody that short that can out-compete tall men.
You know, his arms are the size of my whole fucking body, legit.
I feel it. Like, it was guys like him as like, you know, if you had ideas, oh, maybe I could be a strong man one day. You see him, you're like, yeah, nah, I'm going to have a different path in life. Yep.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know,
people need to have that realism, though. Like, kids, like, we need to encourage kids. Yes, you can be what you want within reason. I'm always the within reason part. Because if you physically can't do something, like, for example, I'm not the strongest swimmer. I'm not going to be Michael Phelps. I'm not the greatest on ice. I'm not going to be in the NHL. It is what it is.
You're not the best looking nigga. You're never gonna be in GQ. I get you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, how many more bad things you gonna say about yourself?
It is what it is. It
like
is what
your
it is.
eyesight is garbage. That's why you have like goggles on your face and shit like Riddick. I feel
no,
where you
I
are.
have goggles for a lot of reasons, dude. Number one, they're prescription. Number two,
because like yo, you really liked Hellboy and you thought those glasses at that fucking fish
No. It was I had a gift there, but I lost them when I got up here. No, I live in active life, so it is what it is.
Yo, you live an active lifestyle. Like this nigga's like, yo, man, I ride motor scooters and I pretend to be the Red Baron on a regular basis.
No, not at all.
I work at a fucking Amazon facility. Okay, that's an active lifestyle. And
from sports to construction to other jobs, seriously.
he's like I be dog fighting Snoopy all the goddamn time and shit.
Hey, I never need safety glasses like a lot of dudes, so that helps.
Yo, look, man, seriously, I feel where you are. You know what I mean? Like, you be out there, you know, riding the goddamn dirt bikes and shit, and you know, fucking fighting Snoopy in his fucking doghouse. Yo,
I wouldn't mind learning how to ride dirt bikes.
I feel you, man. I'll tell you what, man. Like, yo, it's been about an hour and 15. I think I'm gonna go watch this fucking boxing match. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at, and I'm getting tired. What up?
Yeah, it might be on a little bit later.
Yo, I'm gonna watch this shit. So fucking like, yo, I'm gonna holla at y'all motherfuckers. Thank you everybody for coming the fuck out and shit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna end this broadcast. It's been about an hour. Thank you everybody for coming out watching. Thank you everybody for being on stream. Y'all know the deal. Like, share, and subscribe.